I'm Tom Laux, and thank you for joining me on Spotlight. I have Marshfield United Way, and thank you for joining me today. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm going to have you introduce yourselves. You're new to the position as the director, Ashley. Go ahead so the people that are watching get to know you and how they can contact you as well. And we'll go to you.
Sure. So I'm Ashley Winch, and I am the Executive Director of United Way since May 1st. I have been with the organization, though, for almost 8 years. If anybody would like to contact our office, they can give us a call at 715-384-9992, and they can also email us at info@marshfieldareaunitedway.org.
All righty. And Crystal.
I'm Crystal Bowman. I am the new communications director, took over Ashley's role. I've been with United Way a little over a year. I was the resource and office manager prior to moving into the communications role.
All right. Well, you guys are located right downtown and open Monday through Friday. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So if anybody wants to stop down, they can do that. And you also have an office assistant there to help with people that walk in. Is that correct?
That's correct. So Cassie joined our office at the end of April of this year, and we are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, and our address is 156 South Central.
Alrighty. Well, we're taping this July 16th. Your campaign hasn't started yet, but you're planning ahead. There's no doubt about it, right?
Of course, lots of planning going on right now.
All right. Well, we're going to get into some of that as we get forward. Moving forward, we're going to talk about a supply drive for schools. That's one of the big things that are going to be kicking off next month. And but you know, in this position that you took over just recently from Paula. How's it been going the last couple months? You've been in it for 2-3 months, is that right?
Right. It's been really busy. So I have, like I said, have been here almost 8 years, but both of the other employees are fairly new and also new into their positions. So it's been a lot of trying to get them acclimated and then trying to get myself acclimated in the new role. So it's been very, very busy so far.
So can you give Paula a call if needed any questions?
Oh,
is she
I'm
around?
sure she would definitely still take my call.
Okay. And Crystal, you can reach right out to Ashley here because she did this job for
Absolutely.
7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
So as a communications director, what does that entail? That's designing all these things, but getting information out to the community many ways.
Yeah, it's creating a lot of the marketing and PR material for our campaign or special events or projects we do within the community. It's also making sure that we educate the public on what we do and who we serve and basically anything we need to communicate to the public. So.
All right. I want to talk about what United Way is about and who does it help. So if people aren't sure what United Way does in our community and also maybe how you can donate, let's just talk a little bit about that. If you can just give me a little bit about what United Way is about.
Sure. So a lot of what we do is raise funds to support programs that helps people of all ages in our community. Our service area does stretch beyond the city limits of Marshfield, so we also are serving individuals in the surrounding communities of Auburndale, Spencer, Stratford, Pittsville, Greenwood, Granton, Loyola, and Neillsville.
Oh, you got a big area to cover.
Yeah, we go a little bit into both Marathon and Clark counties.
Okay. And like I say, the campaign kicks off really starting next month, later in the month. Is that correct? And lasts for?
Yeah, it usually starts late August, early September. So.
All right. Well, donations. You guys have a little bit unique way of getting donations, and maybe other places you have like a employee campaign drive. Is there a name to that?
So we have a lot of companies that do workplace campaigns within their businesses, and that usually does start in the month of September. We also do a lot of mailing to our retired individuals, and then we also receive donations online through our website. And then we also do have people that actually come in with the office to donate to us as well.
All right. So you get to coordinate that as well as you, Crystal. Is that right? Are you looking for volunteers? Do you look for people out there to help do this? You two can't do this on your own, I don't think.
Right, so we have a lot of amazing volunteers in those workplaces that selflessly give their time to help us with coordinating those workplace campaigns. We're very appreciative of everything that they do for us there. We also have volunteers that help us just in delivering some of the mail that we do send out to the community.
So no donation is too small.
That's correct.
And so if you're a new business or even an individual or retired, anybody can donate. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So they could go to your website, they could come in person, they could call. Can they give a credit card then over the phone if needed as well, right to your staff?
Yep, you're able to use credit card either right directly on our website or you can give us a call.
Okay. Now, you guys fund different agencies, if I'm right. Is there a number that you fund? Does that change every year? Does there a committee that goes out and looks to see that's the right area those funds are distributed to?
Sure. So we do fund several agencies in our community. We do have them apply for funding each year, so it can fluctuate a little bit. I want to say right now we have over probably 25 or so programs that we fund throughout the year. We do have volunteer panels of individuals that review all the applications for the funding process and then make recommendations as to what the funding should be.
All right. And that probably usually takes place springtime.
Actually, we moved ours a few years ago, so the application process is open in the fall. So October 1st, we open that up, and then it's open for 6 weeks. And then at the very beginning of the year is when we go through the allocation process and the recommendations are made to the board. We switched it a few years ago because we were able to know exactly how much money we're able to put out into the community based on what we raise in the fall.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So you also have a board you just had mentioned. So you have a board president, treasurer, and secretary. Is that something that you would need to report to as well as you, Crystal?
Right. So I report to the board of directors.
All right. And they probably meet a couple times, more than a couple times a year, and it's kind of your direction and where things need to go. Who can serve on those? Is that something that if there's an open position, do you seek that out, or do you go look for the community for anybody to serve on your boards?
We ask our current board members for possible recommendations. We try to make sure that it's a good variety of community members, maybe someone from the industry or the city or the school district, a community member at large or something like that. So we just want to make sure that it's a good variety of individuals from the community.
All right. Well, Marshfield Area United Way does a lot, not just the city here in the Marshfield, very big area. It's beyond our county, is what you're saying, as you said, Greenwood. So we're over in Clark as well, and we got Wood and part of Marathon. It's kind of unique. We're in that corner here.
We are.
So a lot of stuff. So any small donation, any large donation is totally beneficial to not what you guys do, but for our community. And you'll see a lot of different things that we'll talk about throughout this program throughout the year. We'll try to bring you back every month, and we have a list that was put together by both of you, and this is really, really good. And that'll get us right into what we were going to talk about today, is what's coming up in August, Backpacks event. So I'll have one of you guys want to talk about this supply drive, and then we'll go down the list if there's a little bit of time left, what we're going to kind of plan and highlight for the year on this show. I think it'll be beneficial to our viewers. So why don't we, one of you guys take away from what this event's coming up and what people can do?
Yeah, so we're approaching the beginning of our annual Backpack and School Supply Drive. We've been doing this ever since I've been there, and then beyond that. It's intended to make sure that all children begin the school year with everything that they need in order to be successful in the coming school year. It is something that we partner with the clinic to do. They definitely help us with collecting the donations and getting the donations out to the children. We're looking for just your average school supplies, so pens, pencils, folders, notebooks, crayons, markers, glue sticks, glue bottles, loose leaf paper, composition notebooks, all that kind of good stuff. Our collection will start July 29th, and it's going to go until August 11th. There are many public drop-off locations that people will be able to take their donations to. They can always bring them to our office on Central Avenue there. Otherwise, many of the banks in town are Century 21. MACCI has a box for us, Menards will, and hopefully maybe Target yet.
All right. So all they have to do is you could buy a supply from maybe one of those stores
Yep.
and drop it in.
That's correct.
And the way you go. And then later on, when the supply drive is done, which is August 11th,
Yes.
you guys compile this, correct?
That's correct.
And both of you, as well as volunteers, what happens after you get a room full of supplies?
Yes, so we actually do have the families and the children come in, and we have volunteers that help the children select the items that are needed based on the grade that they're going to be in. So it's a wonderful event because the kids are so excited that they get to pick out the items that they would like.
Now, how does somebody be a part of that? Is there a certain date? Do they need to register? Can anybody do it?
We are currently taking registrations, so if they are in need of some help with getting school supplies for back to school, they can call our office at 715-384-9992.
Yeah, because, there isn't an infinite amount of stuff, but, the more you can get, the better. The simplest things, those pencils and pens and glue sticks. I guess you did this last year, right, Crystal?
I did, yep.
So kind of give us a visual of what it was like. Was there a lot of kids, a lot of smiles?
There is. It's really nice the way we have it set up. Our volunteers will set up the gymnasium where we have the drive located with a station of notebooks and pencils and pens, and the kids can walk around with a volunteer and their parent and pick out their own school supplies. They're able to pick out their own backpack just like they would in a store, so they can get something that they like and that they're excited about to start the school year.
Is there a certain number that you try to reach of kids, or is it really determined by?
We don't have a goal, so to speak. Last year, I want to say we helped like 525 children in Marshfield and the surrounding school districts in those communities that I mentioned before.
Is there a date that we could put out just so people are aware of it that may want to sign up, that date that's going to happen, that they can do this?
So actually, we would like them to register. They can't show up the day of,
Right.
but they are able to register until August 9th.
August 9th, and that's coming up. That's not too far away. We're already
up on us.
It's July 16th. I can't
Yes.
believe it. And we're talking about a supply drive already for school. School starts a month and a half
Right.
before we know it, and every one of these kids, a lot of these kids don't have supplies. And I think, I don't know when this came about, if this was a United Way initiative or, but you see a benefit in the community having this.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Any other pieces that you want to mention that we may have missed? If you could leave your phone number again, the people that are watching probably would like to use the telephone to call and maybe sign a grandkid up or even their own child.
Yeah, so if you are needing to register, you can call our office at 715-384-9992. And I would also add that if you're not able to shop, we also do accept monetary donations for the backpack and school supply drive. We do assess the supplies at the time that we organize them to see if there's anything additional that we might need, and then go ahead and do that shopping at that time.
Alrighty. Well, it looks like you have another piece. Is that part of the registration under here, or is this something
This is actually an event that we have coming up at the end of the month.
Well, let's talk about it because, this is going to air right now. And if you people are watching this, I think it looks like it has to do with golf.
It does. It does. Crystal, do you want to maybe talk a little bit about our scramble?
Sure. So we organized a 4-person scramble at RiverEdge this year. And it is $65 a golfer, teams of 4, super fun, casual. There'll be whole events, lunch is provided. So if you would like to register, you can call our office, or you can send me an email, Crystal, Krystal, at marshfieldareaunitedway.org, and we can get you signed up. There's also team sponsorships available if you'd like to sponsor a hole and get that out there.
Yeah, so you guys, is this 18 or 9?
This is 18.
18. So you could have a hole-in-one sponsor, closest to the pin, all those things, right?
Right.
We'll
Come
have
up
some
with.
fun events for
Have some
people
fun events. So are you guys in it, or are you out to patrol with the carts to make sure things are
I
up?
am not in it.
You're not?
I am terrible at golf.
But that's what,
You don't have to be
don't
good
they
to
kind of
play
call
in
this
it.
like they say best ball? Is that another
Yes,
name?
yep,
Right.
yep.
That's why this is fun to play,
Yeah.
because if you're good at putting, if you're good at driving, I like these things. It looks like there's what are these 500 and 250 here? I see there's some,
those are the whole
spot-
sponsorships if
Okay.
businesses would like to sponsor a whole, and we would do advertising on social media, our
Yeah.
newsletters, website, and
At the
Okay.
event itself.
obviously at the event itself.
Oh, definitely. So again, these proceeds go towards your goals and helping raise money for the year. So is there a certain time period? Like, is this like 2019 or for 2020?
This would be for our current year campaign.
Okay. And what and just people are curious about the year. Is that when you're saying current campaign? That's now.
That's 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that looks good. And you have how many agencies again that you need to help fund?
So we probably have around 25
That's quite a
programs
bit.
that we're funding.
So
yes.
monies that help that are raised in this help fund some of those or help those things that people are in need. It can be anything from like child caring, is that right? In the agencies that are out there.
Right. So
Can you just share a couple, one or two that maybe that things that you the monies would go towards?
So, like I said, our programs help people of all ages. We have anything from like our own nutrition on weekends program that provides those supplemental food packs to kids during the school year, to home deliver meals and Marshfield Area Respite Care that helps with our senior population. A couple other programs that we have, we do a Reach Out and Read program with the clinic that provides books to toddler age children and helps families encourage them to read to their children even before it's reading age level. We have a personal development center that addresses and helps advocate for victims of domestic violence. Like you mentioned, the child caring, so that helps families if they were suffer illness or job loss to help them retain their spot in a quality child care facility while maybe they're financially struggling.
Okay. And all donations, if wanted, can be anonymous, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to donate any amount, they don't have to be names mentioned at all. And otherwise, I would think at the end of the year or sometime there's a banquet for those that, or some kind of event that helps, that recognizes some of the people.
We do a lot of our recognition in other ways. So
great.
we really like to visit the businesses that have helped us raise the money and recognize them that way. The people who are in those businesses that are supporting us, it's a really nice way to try to have a more personal thank you.
Yeah, and you guys have something new on Facebook.
We do.
I just touch on that. I thought that was really unique, and that's a good time to mention it. And then people can get involved now, right? with
That's
that?
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, it's something that we'd like to do a little bit more year-round. Chris, you want to talk a little bit about iPledge?
Yeah.
Sure. So we started a new campaign mainly to promote the small business owners in Marshfield. It's called I Pledge, and we're really encouraging realtors, small business owners, entrepreneurs, people that maybe don't have the capacity to hold our traditional workplace campaign but would like to support the local community. It's a good way for them to give back to Marshfield, and then also we would like to promote those local businesses in return and encourage people to buy local, give local.
Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone succeeds,
Yeah.
and that's a good idea. And I've been noticing a few on the Facebook page. So if you guys are members of Facebook, you can look at that. And you're posting some pictures. I seen a realtor on there recently, so. I don't remember which one, but that was pretty neat. Well, before time is up, the next time we're going to come back here in the month of August, we're going to talk about campaign.
Right.
That's a big thing. And Ashley, I think you're going to be my guest. You might bring somebody along. I'm not sure at this point.
I would love to bring somebody
Okay.
along, so hopefully I'll have someone with me.
All right. And then we get into already the raking time, Make a Difference Day. That comes up. We're already talking about fall and leaves.
I know.
Yikes. We got to get rid of the rain
Time
first.
goes by so fast.
It does. And then that other is Dueling Pianos. That's coming up in October. Is that new?
Actually, it is a new event for us, and the event will actually happen like mid-November.
Can anybody get stuff now, or is that yet?
We haven't yet had our ticket prices and have them for sale, but maybe by next month that will be arranged.
All right. Well, you guys gave it out here, Dueling Pianos, an event. So just tune in next time, or even the next time after, or watch their Facebook page, or give them a call. They might have some new things. That sounds like a fun event at night and a good way to help bring the community together as well. So anything else before we sign off and get you on your way?
I think we look forward to visiting with you. So
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Thank you so much for what you guys do in our community for United Way. Very much appreciated. I'm sure everyone here in the community does, and a lot of people don't know what you guys do. So our job here at Marshfield Media Access is to help bring that out, what you guys do, and how others can help donate to make our place a better place to live, work, and play, is what I say. So, and enjoy the heat out. It's July 16th we're taping this. Soon it'll be winter, and then we'll be complaining about the cold. So.
That's right.
Alrighty. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining me on my Spotlight program. United Way was my guest. Marshfield Area United Way. Thanks to Crystal and Ashley for coming by and sharing that great information. And if you have any questions, give them a call anytime. Stop down. They're there Monday through Friday. I'm sure they'll be glad to help you out. And they're always probably looking for volunteers. You can talk to people or your office assistant as well. And I don't remember her name. I'm sorry about Cassie. And I'm sure she'll be starting something up with that as well. She's new too. Maybe we'll be getting her on down the road.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right. Well, thanks again for watching me on Spotlight. I'm Tom Laux, the Communications Director for the City of Marshfield.